detoxing is easy. Alkalizing your body is easy. Regeneration is easy. I mean, the body will easily heal itself given the right environment, given the right inputs, and given the right support from you. What's difficult is balance. What's difficult is the process. Nature basically reveals that the process of detoxification and regeneration is very straightforward. But what is not straightforward is doing that process here on planet Earth, okay, in society, because you have constant temptations, you have other people, you have to make a living, you have pressures, throughout your day, you have stresses, you have all this stuff that's going on. So if you were in a vacuum, if you were just like Buddha and you could sit cross-legged under a tree and all your needs were met and you had no obligations, this would be very, very easy to get yourself healed up. But I know that you don't have that luxury, probably. So, yes. So basically, how often do you have to, and basically if you don't figure this balance thing out, then you run the risk of faltering. You could even crash and burn and basically destroy the progress that's been made, setting yourself back months or even years in your ability to transform your health if your goal is to really solve your health problems, transform your health into something else, and achieve your ideal state of wellness. Failing to achieve balance in doing that could cause you to basically fail the mission and crash and burn. So this is so critical. So how often do you need to maintain balance? The answer to that question, as I once heard it said, is how often does a tightrope walker have to focus on balance? They have to focus on it constantly. And so will you if you want to succeed quickly at this, at your goals. And so basically, I'm going to go through a couple examples. But basically, the general concept is that balance is a question of how aggressively are you pursuing your progress towards total cleansing and rebuilding versus the comforts, the comforts of, let's say, eating certain foods or indulgent and taste good, but they're acidic and they're not contributing. So it's basically a balance of alkaline versus acid in terms of what you're eating. That's the most obvious example. That's the hardest one. That's the one that's closest to, what we cover in sort of how to transition, how to eat healthier raw foods and fruit and everything like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but I think everyone understands the balance issue. I mean, and it applies to all parts of life, not just if you're detoxifying. Like you have an example, let's say, of exercise. Well, you have some people who are real gym goers, and they go to the gym all the time. You might have somebody that goes to the gym so much and all the time and is very in great shape, but this can lead to overeating, to lack of sleep, to a decline in job performance, personal relationships being neglected, or other inequities. Now, what if the same individual was nurturing completely of all those other areas, but only went to the gym, only exercised twice a month? So now they wind up with a body that, has muscle atrophy, weight gain, poor circulation, the lymphatic fluids get stagnated. So either extreme can lead to an imbalance